So this seems kind of silly, but while I'm out a lot, I think I'm going to go over all the vector stuff with you. So we'll just do a series of videos about vectors. The IXL stuff doesn't look too bad. So maybe by the time we get to where we actually need vectors, you'll understand basic vectors. So this one is talking about magnitude of a vector. Magnitude is a concept of length, and that's what magnitude is. Magnitude is distance or length, nothing more. So if you need that for a note, the word magnitude, which is a strong word, magnitude means distance or length. That's all it means, distance or length. So this guy starts at the origin, travels back 8 units. It has a length of 8, not -8, just 8. Terrific. This particular vector travels 6 units, has a magnitude of 6. I'm probably going to have you take this all the way to 100 because, it's easy. This one right here, let me take a picture of it real quick and then I'll throw it in my, wish I had a touchpad. Or this was a touch screen would be really nice. But it's not. How is it? So a problem like this is going to make me think Pythagorean theorem. Some people teach it using distance formula, but Pythagorean theorem is quicker. I don't know why, it just is. Plus, everybody knows a squared plus b squared equals c squared. I hope. When you teach juniors, you realize that's not true. But you kids are in pre-calc. If you don't know a squared plus b squared equals c squared, you don't need to be in here. So what I'm thinking here is I could triangle this out. Seems like Cora had an issue with last year how I did this. She didn't like how I did it. Why are you doing it that way? I'm doing it this way so that what I make is a right triangle. So this triangle has a length of 5 here. It looks like a length of 8 here. So I'm just going to do a little a squared plus b squared equals c squared, and I'll be done with it. So 5 to the second plus 8 to the second is c to the second. And then you just crank out the math. What do you got, 25 and 64? $25 and 64, we're not going to take their square roots. Don't be that kid. You can add them together and get what, 89? 89 is c squared. Take your square root, so forth. I wish this thing would work the way I want it to work. This is why I said I wish I had a touch screen. Anyways, you're going to take the square root of that. C is the square root of 89. Now, if something simplifies, you'd simplify it. I don't think ever in my life I have simplified the root of 89 because I don't think it simplifies. I could be wrong on that. I don't think I am. So anyways, back to IXL. The magnitude is the square root of 89 unless I made a mistake, which I'm sure some of you would love to see. 25 and 64, 89, yeah. Square root 89. Wonderful. All right, so that's the gist of how we're doing these. This one is 10 and 2, all right? So 10 squared is 100, 2 squared is 4. I'm going to have to simplify the root of 104. That's the goal. And it does say write your answer in simplified form, so, that's a good little skill. I've noticed that IXL really likes to play around with things that are factors of 4. I don't know why they do that, but that's what they seem to enjoy doing. There we go. That's what I wanted. But just a refresher in case you forgot. The root of 104 can be thought of, boy, that's tiny. Zoom way in. I believe you can think of it as 26 times 4. which is 2 root 26. So play around, figure out what you can go into, and I really think IXL likes things that are multiples of 4. That's what I've noticed as I've used it over the last couple of years. I don't know why they are that way. 26, there's nothing you can do with. 26 is 2 times 13. You can't take the square root of 2, can't take the square root of 13, so that's as simple as it gets. Root of 104, which turns into 2 root 26. 2 root 26. Wonderful. All right, let's jump ahead and see if anything gets any more difficult. That was level 2. This is level 3. Level 3 says find the magnitude of vector kn with k being at negative 3.7 and n being at negative 3.1. So I'm going to write that down over here. So here's the new task, and this one is screaming distance formula. Obviously you could graph it if you wanted to, but it's screaming to use distance formula. Square root of x minus x squared plus y minus y squared. That's what it's screaming at me. All right, so since this is the first one I've done with you in a while, I'll go ahead and show the full plugging in. We're going to do negative 3 minus a negative 3. This thing is actually a vertical line. I don't know if you noticed that or not. Plus y minus y, 1 minus 7 squared. So here we're going to have a 0, and here we're going to have a 6 that gets squared, which is 36. And the distance, or the magnitude, is 6 units. Unless I messed up. Don't think I did. We'll find out. Terrific. So that's how you'll do this little grouping here. Distance formula. This is level 5, as good as it gets, and even then at level 5 they really haven't upped anything. So it's pretty simple. Let's set a goal of 90 on this. No extra if you do more, just get to 90.